Grace and Bella were best friends. They grew up in the same village. They went to the same school. They ate together, played together, and even slept in the same room sometimes. Everyone in the village called them sisters. Wherever you see Grace, you will see Bella. They loved each other. Or so Grace thought. Grace was very beautiful. Her skin was smooth, her eyes were bright, her hair was long and shiny. People always said, Grace is a queen. But Bella didn't like that. She smiled on the outside, but inside her heart she was full of jealousy. One day Grace met a man named Daniel. He was tall, rich, and very handsome. He fell in love with Grace. He bought her nice things. He took her out. He made her laugh. And one day he knelt down and asked her to marry him. Grace said yes. She was so happy. She told Bella everything. Bestie, I'm getting married. Daniel is the man I prayed for. Bella hugged her tightly. Wow, I'm so happy for you, she said. But in her mind, she was not happy at all. That night, Bella sat in her room and cried. Why her? Why not me? She said. Is she the only beautiful girl in this world? From that day, Bella started thinking of how to stop Grace's wedding. Weeks passed. The wedding was getting close. Grace was so excited. She picked her wedding gown. She bought shoes. Her mother danced every morning, thanking God for answering her daughter's prayers. Grace told Bella, "You will be my chief bridesmaid." Bella said yes and smiled. But inside her, she was planning something evil. She told herself, on that wedding day, I will make sure she never stands at the altar. The wedding day finally came. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun was shining. Birds were singing. Grace was smiling from her sleep, dreaming of walking down the aisle with Daniel. By 6 a.m., Bella arrived at Grace's house. She was carrying a tray with hot tea and bread. Wake up, my queen, Bella said with a big smile. It's your big day. Grace sat up and stretched her hands. Thank you, Bella. You're truly the best. She took the tea and began to drink. Bella sat beside her, watching her closely. But Grace did not know what was inside the tea. Bella had put sleeping medicine inside it. After Grace finished drinking, she started feeling weak. I feel sleepy. Why am I so tired? She asked. Maybe it's stress. Lie down for a few minutes. I'll take care of everything, Bella said calmly. Grace lay down on her bed. In less than 5 minutes, she was fast asleep. Bella quickly locked the bedroom door. She closed all the windows. Then she looked around the room and said to herself, this is my chance. Today, I will take her place. Daniel will not know. He will think I am the bride. Bella brought out a small razor blade from her handbag. She stood beside Grace and whispered, you took everything from me. Now I will take your beauty from you. She began to shave Grace's hair. Bit by bit, piece by piece, she shaved off all of Grace's long, lovely hair, even her eyebrows. When she finished, Grace's head was bald. Bella stood back and laughed to herself. Let's see how Daniel will still love you now. She removed Grace's wedding gown from the hanger and wore it. She painted her face heavily with makeup to hide the little differences. Then she put on the wedding veil and called a taxi. She left Grace locked inside the room, unconscious, without food, water, or phone. At the church, the guests had filled the hall. The choir was singing. Daniel stood at the altar with a big smile, waiting for his bride. Suddenly, the church doors opened. Everyone turned. Bella walked in, covered with a veil, pretending to be Grace. People clapped and smiled. The bride is here. The pastor said, let us begin. Daniel held her hands. They were cold and shaky. The pastor said, do you, Grace, take Daniel to be your husband? Bella tried to speak, but her lips were dry. Before she could answer, a loud shout came from the door. Stop! That's not me. Everyone turned again. Standing at the church door was a barefoot woman. Her clothes were torn. Her head was bald. Her face was filled with tears. It was Grace. How did Grace escape? What will Daniel do? Will Bella confess? Get ready for part 3. The shocking truth. Gasps filled the church. People stood up. Some covered their mouths in shock. Others whispered to each other in confusion. Grace stood at the door, shaking from head to toe. Her feet were dusty. Her lips were dry. Her bald head was shining under the light. Her white scarf had fallen off as she ran into the church. Tears flowed down her cheeks like a river. She pointed at the bride standing beside Daniel and cried out, "That is not me. That is Bella. My best friend locked me in my room and shaved all my hair just to take my place." The entire church went silent. Daniel looked at the bride beside him, then slowly lifted her veil. It was Bella. Daniel took a step back in shock. Bella? Bella fell to her knees. She couldn't lie anymore. Yes, it's me. I did it, she said in a low, shaky voice. I was jealous. I didn't want to hurt her. I just wanted to be loved like her. I'm sorry. Everyone began to murmur. Grace walked slowly down the aisle. Her legs were weak, but her voice was firm. She stood in front of Daniel. Look at me, she said softly. This is me. I may look different now, but it's still me, the woman who has always loved you. Daniel looked at her. He saw her bald head, her swollen eyes, her bruised feet. But then he smiled and took her hands. You are still the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, he said. Your hair didn't make me fall in love. Your heart did. And I still choose you, just like this. The whole church clapped and cried. The pastor raised his hands and said, Today we have seen what true love means. Let us pray. Bella was taken away by the police. She cried bitterly. Grace, please forgive me, she screamed as they let her out. Grace watched her go with tears in her eyes. She whispered, I forgive you. A week later, Grace and Daniel had a small wedding ceremony with close family and friends. Grace wore a simple white dress and a head wrap. Daniel wore a blue suit. They danced together, holding hands, smiling through their tears. The village women said, We have never seen this kind of love before. Grace stood up at the end of the wedding and said, To every woman out there, beauty is not just in your hair, your skin, or your dress. It is in your heart. And to every friend, true friendship does not destroy, it supports. If you feel jealousy, pray to God to take it away. Don't let evil grow inside your heart. Moral lessons. Jealousy can destroy even the best friendship. Your real beauty is in your heart, not in your looks. No one can take what God has truly given to you. True love looks deeper than the surface. Forgiveness frees your soul, even when the hurt is deep. Dear lovely viewers, thank you so much for watching this heart-touching story. If this story touched your heart, please don't forget to like, share, comment your thoughts. Subscribe to this channel for more emotional and powerful stories. Your support means so much. Every view, every like, and every word of encouragement keeps us going. More amazing stories are coming your way. Stories that heal, teach, and inspire. From my heart to yours, thank you, and God bless you.